Angel alert! With recent market shifts and closures of some reverse mortgage companies, Sunwest remains over 40 years strong and a longstanding leader in reverse mortgage lending. We're here for you and for your borrowers. At Sunwest, we understand how important it is to meet your clients' expectations. So why not exceed them by closing their reverse loan fast? Go to heckham.swmc.com for all the information you'll need to use our simple tools, submit your reverse mortgage loans for immediate approval, and make your originations fast. If you'd like to learn more about reverse mortgage loans and why they're so popular in today's market, join us on Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific for a live anonymous webinar. Go to heckham.swmc.com for more information. See you Friday.
Welcome to The Interest. I'm Mike Savino. Happy New Year, and I'm sure plenty of you are ready to put 2022 in the rearview mirror, but it's still unclear what this year will hold. There's at least one man in the industry who remains positive, and in this month's NMP Magazine cover story, our own Sarah Wolak talks to Sunwest CEO Pavan Agarwal about why he's so positive for this year and why technology is a reason why.
There's no such thing as a boss. So you got to wipe that out of your mindset and vocabulary, because as long as that's there, you're automatically creating barriers.
Pavan Agarwal isn't your typical leader. For one, he prefers to be considered a coach. As a sort of Napoleon Dynamite with a degree in electrical engineering, Pavan didn't expect to work in the mortgage industry.
I grew up in the industry. So, when we immigrated to this country in 74, 75, I was just a little kid. And my father, first job in the States was a real estate agent.
Pavan's father, Harry, started Sunwest in the 1980s. Pavan eventually took over as the company's CEO in 2008. Since then, Pavan has been following in Harry's footsteps while changing what it means to be a boss.
A certain work ethic. I do things a certain way. Like, for example, I always return every phone call.
Pavan's work and management styles have landed him success, specifically with Sunwest's AI mortgage program, Morgan. Morgan is branded as a mortgage magician and is able to process financial transactions as an underwriter within an hour. Most recently, Morgan has gotten the attention of big players in the industry.
What's so fascinating about it is that I do a ton of real estate deals for myself and for my clients. And I think inarguably the most difficult aspect of it is underwriting.
Oppenheim is best known for being on Netflix series Selling Sunset. But outside of that, he and Agarwal are partnering to showcase Morgan to the mortgage industry.
I feel like the more I learned about the product, I was like, yeah, this is a no-brainer for me to get behind.
Oppenheim says that while he loves Morgan as a product, Agarwal's approach as a businessman sealed the deal for their partnership.
He masters this trade. His family's been in it forever. He knows everything about it. Like, that was the first thing, is like how much knowledge he has.
You can read more about Agarwal's successes as Sunwest CEO in the latest issue of NMP Magazine. For the Mortgage News Network, I'm Sarah Wolak.
Thanks, Sarah. And you can hear from Agarwal in person at the New England Mortgage Expo, January 12th and 13th at Mohegan Sun Casino in Connecticut. In other news, mergers and acquisitions were a hot topic last year as companies struggled to survive. Well, we have at least one more to report today. Union Home Mortgage Corporation, a full-service retail, wholesale, and consumer direct independent mortgage banking company, recently announced its acquisition of Kalamazoo, Michigan-based AmeriFirst Home Mortgage. The terms of the transaction were not disclosed. The combination will expand UHM's national reach in key markets and bring together two leading mortgage lenders working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Union Home Mortgage says that the merged company will have both unique expertise and scale with the USDA's Rural Development Single-Family Housing Guaranteed Loan Program, providing eligible applicants mortgage options that require no down payments to purchase a home. Coming up, another lender makes a poaching claim in a year marked by lawsuits.
Morgan of Sunwest Mortgage is here to change the world of loan originations forever. From sending updates to your clients to allowing you more time, you can do it all in a simple chat. You no longer have to struggle with documents. All you need to do is select the files and upload them, and they're submitted in an instant along with your loan file. With Sunwest, your true home is always within.
Welcome back. 2022 was a year full of poaching lawsuits, and that continued right up until the end. Prime Lending filed a federal lawsuit in late December accusing First Community Mortgage of orchestrating a targeted corporate raid. And this wasn't done in dribs and drabs like we've seen in other cases. Prime Lending says roughly 100 employees left on the same day without notice, and that they all went to First Community Mortgage. The employees generated about $30 million in revenue for Prime Lending's Mid-America region, which the company says competes directly with Tennessee-based First Community. As we've seen in other cases, the lawsuit also says the employees took data that Prime Lending views as being owned by the company, but the lawsuit says things go even further. Prime Lending claims FCM hijacked its Google business profile, so if you searched for Prime Lending Indianapolis, the results would show FCM's logo. Prime Lending says it asked FCM for weeks to turn over control of the page, but claims that the company instead deleted or removed it. FCM also assumed some of Prime Lending's leases for commercial space in that region. We reached out to First Community for comment, but so far we've not heard back. We'll be right back with what else is interesting today.
I had to watch him go from so capable to a different person altogether, and it was really hard. We're hoping that this message gets to veterans out there who are in similar struggles. That's how fast Sunwest worked. It was truly amazing. It makes me very happy to know that there's a company out there that cares so much, that they go through so much to help, because we never expected this. Never.
Sunwest understands that your success is built one family at a time. Visit sunwestpartners.com.
Welcome back. Here's what else is interesting today. Pending home sales slid for the 6th consecutive month in November, falling to their second lowest level in 20 years. The National Association of Realtors says all 4 U.S. regions recorded month-over-month decreases, and all 4 saw year-over-year declines in transactions. The pending home sales index fell by 4% to 73.9 in November, while year-over-year pending transactions dropped by 37.8%. There are approximately 2 months of lag time between mortgage rates and home sales, so the good news is that with mortgage rates falling throughout December, home buying activity should inevitably rebound in the coming months and help economic growth. For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to mortgagenewsnetwork.com.